It's hard to say exactly when the journey I've had with bipolar disorder began. I was very driven right from the start. I'd wanted to be a theatre director since I was 10. After college, I got a long way very fast in my career, in my 20s. I thought I could do anything. I was this human dynamo powered by cigarettes and coffee. Then at 30, I had a stroke. Only a mild one, but it should have been my wake-up call. Instead, it seemed to tip me towards an even more hectic lifestyle. I thought I was the greatest theatre director the world had ever seen. In 2011, I directed a show which I desperately wanted to be a success. But from early on in rehearsals, I started to feel very unlike my usual self. I was overwhelmed by a sense that the show was too slow. It began to infuriate me. And when the actors were rehearsing gentle, thoughtful scenes, I shouted out the lines at the speed I thought they should go. I became obsessed with the feeling that the actors weren't giving passionate enough performances. In rehearsals, I'd interrupt scenes, jump up to act out bits to show them what I meant, including a love scene once in which I kissed one of the actors passionately. This kind of behaviour escalated, and I rapidly got more and more physical with the actors, till by the dress rehearsal, I was jumping on stage and furiously moving them around like chess pieces. I even pushed one guy over because he missed his cue. And at the same time, I was convinced that they all hated me. So I'd go into social overdrive into the pub after work, drinking too much and telling loud jokes until I was the last person left in the bar. Not surprisingly, the show was terrible. It got very bad reviews. I was distraught. Then, a few days after the press night, I left the theatre in the middle of giving the actors their notes. And I never went back. I walked for 7 hours through the streets without stopping. My mind was racing every moment. And really, how dare they treat me like that? I don't deserve to be made to feel like that. Nobody does. I should just get on the plane and fly to LA and start my career all over again. Then they'll be sorry. Britain will have lost me. I'll show them that I don't need their approval, with their narrow-minded little outlook on the world. Look at all the people who've come to rely on me, because I do seem to have some kind of great power to make people follow me. Thierry and Katie, and all the money they've invested in me. And Jackie's built a whole design career around working for me. But I'm not sure the show will be pulled in the next few days, and they'll all come crashing down. And the poor actors will be unemployed this time next week, and not be able to pay next month's bills, or buy their kids' shoes, and all that's going to happen because of me. It's me. I am guilty. I feel very alone now. Very alone and exposed. I feel like a ball rolling down a hill. And I wish I could stop. But I can't stop. because I've got no corners, nothing to slow me down. Of course. They're right. The show did deserve those bad reviews. It was slow and dull. If only it was me on the stage. My God, that have seen some sparks fly then. Why did I become a director? It would have been so much easier to act. I could have been such a great actress, truly great. Who's that boy coming towards me? Why is he looking at me like that? Why is he smiling? Am I thinking out loud? I can't tell if I am. It feels like my thoughts are leaking out of my head. I feel so alone. Just don't stop, Jane. Don't stop. My feet hurt terribly, but when I stop, it's like I don't belong, and it feels unbearable. And God alone knows all the good things I've forsaken to do what I do. The children I've never had. The friends I've lost because I've never put them first over my work. My health. And the damage I've done to myself inside. That can never be reversed. My looks. The awful creature I've become. The agony of photos and mirrors and finding clothes that make me look halfway attractive. The pride my parents had in me. The lovers. The holidays. The happiness that I gave up to do this. I can't let it be a waste now. Come on, Jane. You can turn this round. You've done it before. This is nothing to you. It's just 10 phone calls, 5 to the right people in the States, and I can turn this round. But who? Never mind who. Jamila. Jamila will have the names. I'll phone her right now. Right now. No! God, my bag, my mobile. I've left it in the theatre. Never mind. Straight home. I can set this straight. By the end of the day, an hour on the phone, and I'll be flying by the end of the week. But no time to lose, Jane. No time to lose.
And that was 2 years ago now. Eventually I was treated with drugs to stabilise my mood and diagnosed with bipolar disorder. For a long time, I just couldn't accept the label. It seemed like I'd been stigmatised forever, just become an illness. I felt reduced, ashamed. Also, for a long time, the drugs seemed to plunge me into the depths of despair and hold me there. I struggled to get out of bed for 3 months. I lost my flat, and eventually I had to move back in with my parents. But in the end, it turned out for the best. My new psychiatrist changed the balance of my drug regime, which lifted my mood. And then a big change began when she referred me to a psychologist who was looking at how gentle, rhythmic exercise can help people like me to stay in control of themselves. I started running down by the river every day. And gradually, almost step by step, I started to develop a new sense of balance. Three pine trees, standing alone. Water, like glass, long glass ripples. Someone with a dog. I could make films. Keep it steady, Jane. Not for anyone else, just for me. Greyhound with a bow like a goat.
Lovely dog. I could get a simple camera. That's all I need. I'll be coming back in the dark. Steady. Nice and steady, Jane. Simple films. Looking at details. All of this around me. Apple in the river. Stop still. Willow in an arch. Can't tell which side it's growing from. All this. I could let the details sing. Sun must be setting now. Great flocks of rooks. Birds in the hedges. I wouldn't need loads of money or a great team of people. I could just do it by myself. Pocket-sized oak tree. Nearly time to turn back. Not a race, Jane. Not a race. I could work up to filming people. Real people doing their work. Wouldn't matter what. Smell of ivy flowers. Real people who really enjoy what they do. Happy in their skins. Down to earth. The more down to earth, the better. Strong people. There. It's so peaceful here. Thank goodness. Home again. Home again. Jockety jock.